if you know this person for a fact is a piece of kidnapped his wife, caved in her trachea, do you go to his bar? Do you do that?
Are you asking me?
It depends on the deal. What's the happy hour looking like?
Do you have inside information?
Because, like, I don't want to support that business, but I'm also poor and I am an alcoholic. So
And I have been to this bar.
Yes.
it was his bar.
So, is somebody going to get into more of the story?
Good night, everybody.
And we don't have to. They already have new owners now. I believe
Yes,
now.
as
Anyway.
far as I understand, yes.
The whole point of me bringing that aspect of that.
Oh, is this a real bar?
This is a real bar.
This is a real bar.
Can I? All right.
You
I'll
want
describe
to?
Mason's?
Okay. Yes,
Yeah.
you can describe.
Oh, it's okay.
It's Mason's.
Yeah.
So the owner of this, I don't even know how to go. The owner of this bar, the name of it is Mason's, and he basically is like a horribly abusive person.
Should we be putting that on blast, or does it matter? I guess it doesn't matter.
I'm in favor of putting it on blast. Yeah, fuck
Go
that
ahead.
guy. So he owns this bar. He bought it like a couple of years ago. And like I can tell you about like his general business policy with his bartenders. If you're a bartender there, you are not allowed to work at another bar. And if he finds out that you are, and of course all bartenders work at multiple bars because you gotta eat.
Yep.
He will berate you in front of everyone to belittle you and drag you down.
I feel like that would help their tips, but I like it. They
He's
shouldn't. They shouldn't put up with that.
He's a
But
piece
like,
of garbage person. But then it goes further.
I would tip higher if somebody did that to the
as
bartender.
far as I know, the place has changed hands. since.
Yeah. Okay.
Just recently.
So the most recent thing that's happened as far as that particular owner is that he was locked up because he kidnapped his ex-wife.
Oh, was it an ex-wife at the time?
Ex-wife.
Okay.
Yeah. They were like together. Not
They're
together,
remarried now.
I think so. He kidnapped her. They were like doing their thing, but like he went and got her because you can do that when a woman is property, and he brought her to a basement and then proceeded to torture her.
She wasn't into it.
No, no, she was.
I've dated a couple girls.
Not. Listen, we all been around the block, but no, she was.
I just
not.
want to be clear.
Moses, there's cameras now.
This was
There
not.
weren't then.
This was. This was not consensual.
No, there weren't.
Right.
cameras.
And that's like a thing that he fucking did. And so many people have said to me, he did that, but it's a great bar.
Is it though?
I don't agree that
I
it's
don't-
a great bar. $9 Hendricks and clubs are alluring.
I love that you're fixated on what you got out of the bar and not the point that I was making, which is that we shouldn't be judging the thing based off of how shitty the person is.
That's what
well,
exactly
and he's
what
not.
I'm doing.
He's just judging it based on the prices.
Yeah, $9 Hendricks and clubs. Where else are you getting that?
All right, I agree. I, too, am something of an alcoholic.
He's absolutely right.
No, if I was knowing that, I probably wouldn't frequent that place at all. And
I went
would
back
tell.
there for the lulls, if we're being honest. Yeah.
I don't know how to approach that.
Yeah. I just wanted to see him scream at somebody.
And, I personally have never been there, and from what I know, you guys weren't there a whole lot.
No.
Like a couple times maybe, but I barely knew it existed up until a couple months ago.
No, it was that Wawa that wasn't a Wawa anymore. And I was just like, oh, I guess that is a bar, isn't it?
always
And then
just-
I drive by.
It always
and go
struck
to
me as a
Stonefire.
bar that, if you went there, it was just immediately Remember that scene for The Simpsons? Homer goes to that new bar and it's literally and it's dark, and then he's just "Can I get a beer?" He's like, "Can I have a clean glass?" "Here you go, Your Majesty." That's what that bar always struck me as from the outside, and then once I went inside, I'm like, "Oh no, this place is actually very clean."
It's
That's
hard
weird.
to make a Wawa a bar.
Yeah.
I think that's probably going to be the beginning of my biography.
Interesting.
I did a lot of drinking at Wawa's.
I would not doubt that. I would not doubt that at all.
Not that Wawa, though.
But the point that I was making using that as an example is, the person's a piece of shit. 100%. Know they're a piece of shit. Do you give them your money? Knowing that because of $9 Hendricks and clubs. Do you do that? Or do you do maybe I'll spend the $11 at the other bar.
So what I would say about that is, and I'll bring it full circle in this one. And this is my genuine opinion. I have no problem with somebody giving their money to somebody that they know is a piece of shit, but own it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
If I go and if I frequent this place that we're talking about,
Doesn't
Mason's,
make it better, though.
then I will own that I'm supporting somebody who's a piece of garbage, and I try and do that whatever decisions I make.
Yeah.
I think that's the only way that you have any righteousness in this world, because if you're just trying to sit here and say that you're in some way better than other people, making better decisions, that you have some sort of a higher moral code, you're a liar.
Yeah.
Because you don't. You really don't.
No, I mean, we're all hypocrites.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Own your hypocrisy. That's the way that I try to approach it, where it's just I know that I'm making these mistakes, and I'll own them. And that's what it is, So I think that in that regard, when I go and I buy a drink from a man who's beating his wife to death for no reason at all, I feel bad about it, but I also appreciate it.
Why are you still buying drinks from him when he doesn't own the bar anymore?
I don't know. It's a complicated situation. It's a complicated situation.
All right. We'll get into that in another podcast.
We used to go to that breakfast place where something.
Oh,
maybe I don't know.
I don't know. I don't even remember the name of it. No, the one by I don't know. I can't say it without saying it.
Shays.
Shays.
Oh.
Like it's not called that anymore, but
But I mean that was
that
all.
a
We
murder?
didn't know that going in. That was all.
we
right.
didn't know that going in.
Yeah.
Yeah. And honestly, and it didn't change anything for me. This is, for the listeners. Apparently, a man killed his wife, in a brutal way, and we don't really know. Nobody knows.
Nope.
There was allegedly a stair incident, right? Allegedly a stair incident.
they were fighting and they were drunk, and he pushed her down the stairs.
So it might have been somewhat accidental, but it seems like it's not.
We don't know.
We don't know. We literally don't know.
You got to put all aspects
But
out.
my point about it is that I did go through my mind with that.
Yeah.
I was like, did this man that I know, did he murder his wife? Because that's fucked up if he did.
Especially for how friendly he was.
Well, you never know. And then I thought about it a lot, and I was like, I really want to eat breakfast. And I can look past this until you show me proof. I need to know that he killed her, But I think that that's the mental gymnastics that we all do to a degree.
Yeah.
But I think that really what we should do is just be honest about it.
Yeah, see,
you don't need to sit up on a fucking high horse and be like, I know everybody who's innocent and guilty and blah,
Us
blah, blah.
not
'Cause you
eating
don't.
those pancakes, we're not bringing her back.
Jesus Christ, Nicole.
They were good pancakes.
They make them good there.
Yeah, they make everything.
line.
They still
Lot of
make
good
them good there.
Benedicts.
They're not the same. It's not the same order, but they're
Shout out to the widow. Sorry, Jen.